Alright guys, we're finally back with an upper body focused home edition day. Today we're going to be using some bands, and if you have both long and short bands, then awesome. We're going to be selecting the bands that the weight is just enough for a warm-up, but it doesn't feel like it's a working set. So on the bands it usually says light, medium. Make sure you select the light ones. You're going to grab that smaller band, you're going to put it around your wrists, and make sure those elbows are in. Don't let them flare out. You want those elbows and arms nice and parallel with each other, and we're pushing upwards towards the ceiling for about 10 to 12 reps. This is going to warm up our upper body, our shoulders, our rear delts, everything that we're going to be working with today. Next, we're going to grab that long band, and we're going to have kind of your hands are going to be about roller width apart, maybe a little bit longer, and you're going to pull that band with enough tension that you feel light stretching throughout the front of your body and a little bit in the back. These are called up and overs. We're going to go back and over about 5 to 7 times, just feeling a nice stretch throughout everything. Now from there, we're going to go directly into windmills. So we're keeping that same tension and now making circles around the body, counterclockwise and clockwise. Again, make sure when you're pulling with this tension that you're not pulling with pain. There should be a stretch, yes, but not any pain. So if there's any pain, make sure you readjust. Now from there, we're still going to be on that long band, but we're going to adjust our hands a little bit, bringing them in just a little bit closer than it was before, and we're going to do pull-aparts. These, you're going to pull the band as far as you can, keeping that tension in, hold it for a second, and guide it in nice and slow. This is what it looks like. We're going to be doing about 10 to 12, sometimes you can do 15 if you feel it. We're going to do 10 to 12 reps of these, making sure we're really focusing on keeping that tension in and guiding it back nice and slow. Now from here, we're going to be switching our bands to the working weight bands. So you'll see kind of medium or heavy on the smaller bands, and then you'll feel with the longer bands kind of the tension of the thickness. So now we're going to set up with shoulder press. So you see that I put the band underneath my body and try and make it as evenly as possible. If not, then it makes the tension for everything pretty hard. Now form-wise, make sure you're sitting all the way up nice and tall, and you pull out that sternum too. Sorry, my cat's going crazy. Pull out that sternum a little bit. So a nice tall chest. Engage that core, keep that body up nice, upright, and drive those hands up. Now, as you drive those hands up, you'll feel that tension right away. Make sure you guide that weight back down. We're going 10 to 12 reps here, keeping the tension in the arms nice and slow, keeping the tension in the core as well. And then make sure if you have a dog or pet next to you, give them some pets. Now from there, we're going to go right into the chest press. So you can use the same band if you felt like that band was pretty good for you, or have another one ready. But you're going to put this band right behind your back, underneath your shoulder blades. And we're going for 10 to 12 reps here. Now if you do a couple reps and you're like, I can do a bit more, then make sure you switch those bands. Make sure you pay attention to the placement, because you want to keep the band underneath those shoulder blades, right in that arch of that back, of the upper back, not the lower back. So you'll see here, I'm pushing straight out as if I'm going with a bar, and I'm staying right at the midline of my body, keeping the tension, and I'm controlling that weight back and forth. 10 to 12 reps here. Now we're going to set up for tricep extensions. You can do this with any door near you. So I'm using the front door. You throw the band over the door, close it, make sure it's not moving anywhere. Now your hand placements, you're going to grab either side of the band with the thumbs pointing towards the ceilings. Keep those elbows close to your body and drive the forearms down. You'll notice that just the lower part of my arms is the only part that's moving. We got about 10 to 12, or I might have said 12 to 15, I just forgot. But we're doing a superset here. So after these tricep extensions, we're going to go into pullovers. And so we'll show that here in about a couple reps after this. Right, now we're going right into the pullover. So this is what supersets is. After one exercise, you go straight to the other. Now here, you're gonna have those arms straight, and you're gonna drive those arms to the sides of your body, keeping that chest up nice and tall. You'll feel your rear delts and lats come into play right away, so behind your armpit and a little bit of your back. And again, we're doing 12 to 15 reps here, really trying to hold at least for a second at the bottom, nice and controlled up. Now I wanted to show both forms on this one because then I went to a heavier band here, and I forgot to, well, either way is kind of fine, but in the first exercise of the tricep extensions, you'll notice that my body is leaning forward just that little bit much. So here the form is still totally okay. I'm not as leaned forward, but my elbows are still close to my body, and I'm driving that forearm down, really focusing on the tricep and behind me, or behind my arm. So even though I'm not leaned as forward here, I just wanted to kind of show that. Now, when I go into the pullovers, I feel like my form here is a little bit better. So you'll see that I'm a little bit more forward here. I really keep that chest up, and I drive those hands back to my sides. And so we're just really focusing on keeping that form the whole time. And that is pretty much it. Don't forget to grab your bands. You clean up at the gym. Oh my gosh, that's going crazy. You clean up at home like you clean up at the gym. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed being with us today.